All right, whenever. Hold on. I know I just said whenever. Let me adjust my armrest. I got one up here, one down here, dog. I'm crooked. All right, cool. Now whenever.
Boom! Welcome back to the TNEC Cash. Your man Shuff with the almost ready for his show K Weapon K. We are, like I always say, we are the TNEC Cast, coming off of a big weekend in a lot of ways. And we got a lot of things coming up soon. So speaking of things coming up soon, Mr. K, how you feeling?
I am great. Frequently asked question. How are you feeling? Like going into prep and everything. And I think I was talking to Becca, and I was like, bro, this is supposed to suck. This is supposed to be challenging. This is supposed to be hard. So the fact that it's yes it is hard. Yes it is. I don't have additional resistance.
Right.
So this is cake. Like I am paying for to step on stage. Like that'd be kind of silly to start bitching about it. But that's just me. Like you have those guys like, oh, I gotta do an hour of cardio. It's just like I had to do an hour of cardio after traveling back to San Antonio. He was like, you just do it.
Like, hey, yeah, I got to do this.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, you just knock it out. But that's
Yeah,
how I'm feeling.
yeah, no, that's you know, there's different mindsets, different levels to the mindsets, and you're just of the mindset of head
Let's
down, do the work.
finish. Let's
You
finish.
know, and while we're not necessarily going to be talking so much about mindset, that's the thing that really gets people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they don't under like some people are even in our world. Some people are just okay with doing shows, don't really care how they place, and things like that. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's you know, then there's other people that are chasing greatness. So greatness is a small room,
Very small.
and you go to elite and legendary. Like these rooms keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So what you got to do and what you have to sacrifice, speaking of Kyrie in the show, he came up to Dallas, helped out tremendously with the show. Well, I hate to say help out because I mean, our team put it on, but came up all the way from San Antonio, did his thing, and then he was out. And so obviously, Big Brother checks on him, make sure he's good. He's like, "Yep, get ready to do cardio." So, but that's the thing that you got to understand what you're up against. If you're another
Mm-hmm.
athlete, there are people that are doing that. Traveled, could have said, "Hey, I'm too tired," whatever, and it's not. It doesn't make Kyrie special. It makes that he wants it.
Bingo. It makes me normal because I was doing what I was told. That's the bare minimum. But hey. That's a topic for a whole different
I know,
episode,
right?
dog. Anyway, we're gonna be talking about the Dallas Showdown that just went down Saturday. Well, this past Saturday, if you guys are watching. And it was a hit, man. I enjoyed myself out there, man. I definitely learned a lot from an athlete's perspective and seeing how things are ran with the staff back there and how much moving pieces it takes for a show to run smoothly or at least as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
And I know that was stressful, dog. I know it was stressful. But
You saw
once again, yeah, literally, bro. And you held it together, and I'm very proud of you from holding it together because I didn't see you buckle one bit. And if you did, it was never to the athletes or anyone else. You kind of had a moment to yourself. Cool. I'm back in the war. All right,
yeah,
so I'm proud of you for that because that takes some balls. That takes some real mental fortitude to
appreciate
knock
it.
that out,
Appreciate it.
man. So yeah, tell us how it went for you.
Yeah, so I'll say that. So we'll talk about that. I got to shout out my brother Tyson, man. When we talk about not buckling, he the one that got me. Just all the emotions came out. He presented me like with a trophy. It was had a championship ring on it. It had the show logo and it said best athlete promoter 2002. It had my name on it, and I was just like, and it was so thoughtful because he came up, he was holding it in his hand, and he was like, hey, ever since Poseidon. Because me, even when I first met you, I just start. I just want to help people and just, and everything like that. And so he's somebody, I became close with, just talk to him, helping him, seeing what he's done. I watched him. I was on stage, when he won his pro card, you watch him make his pro day. So you just get caught up in a good way in these people's stories. He's like, you've always just been real to me and all that. And he's like, man, I just want you to know what you're doing for me and for the sport doesn't go unnoticed. And I just lost because it just felt good to feel appreciated because you get lost in this stuff and you feel like, you just feel a lot of mixed emotions. I'll put it like that. Yeah. You feel a lot of mixed emotions. So getting that, man, and then getting that emotion, I fell into my brother's arms where I was whimpering, man. But the show I think went well. There's obviously, there was hiccups. There's things that I learned. I'm like, hey, I would never do that again. Or if I were to do this piece again, I would do it, a little bit different. I will say the different, session 2 definitely flowed a lot better than session 1. And session 1 still flowed well, but then it was like everybody, including the athletes, kind of knew how things were rolling. And, so it went well. Congratulations to all the, all the winners and everything like that. Pro figure was dope. Man, Sarah and Emma, all the athletes. So I hate singling people out, but Sarah and Emma, put on a show. So what's cool, again, talking about storylines, Emma won her pro card at this show last year, and now she's the first figure champion of the show. So it's a pro figure champion. So again, these stories. So this stage, it's like she can't not do this show anymore. You know what I'm saying? Murph. So one thing is because it's TNEC, so I got to kind of spotlight that after I say this. I think the big thing of the day was the pro men's physique. That's what people were talking about. That's what people were, I wouldn't say everybody was there for, but that's what was getting the attention, and they did not disappoint. I talked to the judges after. They were like, that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. It was just because it was tough because the way we did it, we broke it into two classes of 9 to help get the athletes seen. But even still, there's a lot of guys that could have been top 5 or top 6, that battled out. So basically it was the top 3 from each one, and they battled it out. And the reason why we did it like that was because, we were paying out 5 places instead of the typical 3, just because we wanted to reward and we wanted to continue to push hey, we need these bigger classes. So, we'll reward, 4th and 5th place. But man, those guys put on a show. Shout out to my brother Murph for winning the challenging class. McCaddy brought it. Like so many of these guys, Mario brought so many of these guys. I'm gonna shout out to my guy Angelo. I saw him at Physique Showdown. He actually won his pro debut there for Masters, and he came, did this show, and he seeing how much he got better, like just watching how all these athletes took this so seriously. Like to me, as the promoter and as an athlete, that was the ultimate sign of respect right there. That they just say, yeah, I'm coming to do this for Isaac, but I'm a half step. Nobody half step. Like this was you was there. That was. I had to save JT when he tried to climb on the thing when he's eating his popcorn. I had to pull. Did you see that during the pose down?
Oh yeah, at the very end.
So it was cool. I wasn't worried about the popcorn. I was worried about when he stepped on. So I had to pull him back.
Wait, hold on. What was under there?
So it's like so it's like the Phantom of the Opera. That's where the little where the organ can come up, stuff like that. Okay. So it's about. So I was under there and I was not that tall. So it's like about a 6. Like if he would have fell through, it's about a 6 feet drop.
Ooh. You
know what I'm saying? And he was a little bit higher up. So long story long, that wouldn't have been a good thing. And forget the insurance stuff. Man, JT, that's one of my closest people. I don't see anybody get hurt. Let's be real. But you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to see that. But Pro Men's Physique, they just did not disappoint. We had a couple people drop out. So it ended up being 16 total. So one class was 9 and one class was 7. We were gonna try to realign it and do 8 and 8, but we thought about it and we were like, you know what? Let's stay true to height. If we're gonna do anything to keep it, I guess I'll say fair. That's the best way to do it. And then the guys just put on a damn show, and then they have fun with their routines, and everything like that. So Pro Men's Physique did the damn thing. Then Pro Athletic, we had a little snafu that we're fixing. I really don't want to talk about it on here until we thankfully we talked to the athletes and got that thing straightened out. But I'd I saw Jacqueline Costello, so she took second, right? I saw her at the hotel the day before, saw her face, and I've seen her before. I was like, you prepped harder this time. She was like, you damn right I did. I could just tell, how we are. You could tell. I could just tell. You know what I mean? And she was in big bag, but I saw that face, how sunk in. I was like, oh yeah. But she brought it. And all these ladies brought it. All these ladies brought it. And it was great to see. But DJ, she defended the crown. So she was back to back. Athletic champion at DSC, which was cool to see. She's
She's a killer, dog.
she's a beast, man.
That just like that.
She's a beast, and she didn't disappoint. You know what I mean? She didn't come in there saying I'm the champion, so they go. No, she came in better than last year because it was a deeper lineup. It's got to be real, and she didn't disappoint. She knew people were literally coming from around the country to take her title. But that's what we need in this sport. Across the board, all levels of the sport, we need this, So yeah, and it was just a lot of dope stories, man. Like, transformation was cool. That was a good way to start it off because it put a lot of great energy out there. Bikini, our biggest class closed it out. That was great. Men's physique, Tyler, won it. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little interesting thing. Even though Kyrie technically wasn't TNEC in 2019, the men's physique open title on that stage has not left TNEC. You in 2019, me in 2020, Jack in 2021, now Tyler in 2022.
That's crazy, dog.
We held it down. I said to Tyler when he came to me, I was like, "Hey, look, you want to do this show? You gotta hold it down." So he held it down. So congratulations to Tyler. And then on the pro side, Sean had performance of the performance of the day. She absolutely killed it to RMB. I'm not going to say it, but that to Young Dolphin, Megan Stallion. She
Bro,
she
I didn't see it.
She killed it. She killed it. And then Darius did well. Very proud of him. We talked about our next steps. I ain't scared to say. Told him, I was like, if you want to do another show, you got one more, then we're gonna go into to a real serious growth because he was right there standing with the big dogs. You know what I mean? So as his coach for now 2 years, Jesus Christ, time flies. As his coach, and much like he's him and Kyrie close in age, like these guys are like my little brothers. I love them. Seeing him being able to stand up there with those guys meant a lot because you had some absolute beasts from around the country, and he was right there standing tall with them. So seeing that was awesome to see. Then we had Desiree, she did well, first time on stage. Elizabeth did well, won her class, first time, with TNEC. Zach came all the way from Michigan to compete with us. Travis, I'm so proud of him. He got in his head a little bit the week before at the Native Naturals, and he got out of his head, and he said, I'm not going to be outposed. He went there and posed his butt off. So I'm just proud of all of our athletes, proud of all the team and everything like that. The show was phenomenal. The feedback has been great. So, there ain't really much I can say other than just thank you to everybody that helped out from the sponsor side and, all that stuff. I will say this to anybody that's watching or has watched to this point. I'm off of Facebook right now. I full-blown deactivated it. So, I'm going into for real 0 Dark 30 because, again, where me and Kyrie are so similar, while to the normal or whatever you want to call it, we had successful seasons, high placements, things like that, but we didn't come away with the things that we wanted to come away with. So I'm going into the hole for real. And this actually means if you want to hear from me, you better watch the daggone podcast. That's still like my time with Kyrie, like this does not go away. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, I'm just proud of everything, man. It was it was it was it was a it was cool to see.
All right, so next question. Um, are you planning for this time next year? Or are you planning a little bit earlier, later? Is that details that you want to discuss? Because it's done next. This book is closed. What are we moving on to next? You want to do another show, 2 shows next year, promoting?
Man, look, I, ask me in a couple of weeks
I
because
got
right
you.
now, I'll be honest because right now the answer is no.
Yeah.
I mean it because people don't like so. As a coach, as an athlete, as a like, I wear a lot of hats in the sport. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna. I mean, look, this is our podcast. I'm just gonna be honest. The stress was not worth it. I have to just be honest. And look, and because you saw me and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. It took its toll on me. I didn't sleep for 3 days leading up to the show, trying to make sure everything was good and everything like that. And it's just like, man. And then like I didn't want to have. I don't know if you remember the conversation when I was like, yeah, I don't want to have TNEC people in the show. And then a couple people twisted my arm, and I'm not trying, and I don't want to say who, but you know what I mean. So I was like, all right, let's freaking do it. So that added stress. Like there's just a lot. Like, so because then I felt bad as a coach. You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't give people the coaching that they did. But I mean, I still was coaching though. That was the thing. I still was coaching. I was like, okay. I remember I had Zach put the three of them together. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. But yeah, man, it's just it's tough, bro. It's tough,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm glad I did it though, because now if somebody else wanted to do it, or somebody wanted to take the helm for TNEC promotions and say, hey, I want to be that, they'll at least have me to be able to say, hey, all right, don't do this, or just tell my opinion and everything like that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So what's next? For the remainder of this year, how many shows you plan on doing? You don't have to say the name of the shows if you don't want to.
No. I mean, it's the cast. So if I could tell people, hey, go to episode whatever. Here's the
Mm-hmm.
link if you want to know what I'm doing for real. So right now the tentative schedule is Windy City, IPE Windy City, Nashville. That's the 27th of August. Then right behind that is and the reason why I'm doing that's for Sarita.
Mm-hmm.
Because her and I haven't had a chance to compete together yet. So we wanted to compete together. So and then Oklahoma City the very next week. I'll be doing that for the Wild West IPE Pro. Then I decided, not on a whim, but like something, like things just started to line up, and I knew I was going to be in season, and then there was nothing that I had to do in my official capacity with NFF. So I'm going back home to Jersey to compete September 24th at the King's Cup, then IPE Worlds, and then Texas Classic. So I got my 5,
Mm-hmm.
get my pro win, and then I want to step back from competing to the point where I'm just doing championship shows.
Yeah.
So this year will tell me, am I good enough to do that? That's am I good enough to do that?
Yeah.
So that's my plan as an athlete, and as a coach, just have everybody, killing it and crushing it. I guess I'll call myself as your assistant coach, be there to support what Kyle's doing. When Kyle can't be, well, I'm always going to be there, duh. But when Kyle can't be there, or whatever, step in to help out and give his instructions and tell him what I'm seeing, helping out with that. Shout out to Kyle, but yeah, man, that's really it, man. We just look. I mean, I keep saying I haven't said it on here in a while. We had a great 2021 as a team. A lot of people turned pro. A lot of different things happened. We had, while our team was a little bit smaller, we had a great 2020. So it's like we just keep putting these building blocks. So that's the plan, man. We gonna continue to build, and I see us, look, DSC was a success as athletes, me as a coach, as a team, all these different things. Now we're going to meander over to you, because now you're up, and how you going to put up? You're up. Hey, you're up. You're up.
There you go.
you're gonna do what you do, and then that's just then we just go from there.
I can't
So
wait.
let's talk about it. You know, we kind of talked about as a team, kind of like the stuff we got going on. Mr. Cooper, I know you a little more close to the best, but you know, talk about the plan.
Win, and not look like shit. That's pretty much it, and make my dad proud. I think those are the only few things on that to do list, right? If I can hit 2 out of the 3, I'm a good man. Because I saw this video of Nick Walker's dad, like in the crowd, and whenever Nick stepped on stage at the Arnold, and he was going nuts, and I was just like, I can't wait. At the show, I'm not sure, you probably was too busy, but whenever one of the athletes stepped on stage and he was getting ready for his individual routine, it was quiet, and you hear his daughter say, "You got this, daddy."
Oh,
Do you remember that, bro? My heart melted, and then I thought of my daughter, and I was like, I can't wait. I
mm-hmm.
can't, like, even in the Olympia stage, thousands of people screaming. I want to hear that one voice. You got this, dad.
Mm-hmm.
You got this, Coop. You got this, young Herc. You got this.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the only things on my list. The end result's going to be the same. I'm going to an extended off season after these 2 shows. So even if I don't win, or if I do win, I'm still taking 20. Okay, right now I'm taking 2023 off. Hit me up in the next.
Per se, I thought you said 24 months. So that's why my face went like that. I was
Oh no, that's long. I don't need physique, dog. I don't need to get that big, dog. Yeah, I'm thinking about taking 2023 off, just to grow the rest of this year, 2023, and do everything the right way and take my time. And hey, Nick Walker the game in 2024, and just come in and just start slaughtering Olympians. That's the game plan, and I'm gonna stand on that box, and I'm going to deliver. I'm going to, because I have no choice, dog. Hey, it's all or nothing, dog. And also one thing that I realized, and I got this from Dorian, it's like it's a 5-year plan. Right. So I had to develop a 5-year plan. It's like I know, like no matter how big my ego is, I'm not gonna win the Olympia this year. That's not happening, bro. No matter how hard I try, no, if I can pump 10 grams of tren in my system, and it will not happen. It just won't.
right.
But I'm planning for 5 years from now, saying, okay, in 5 years, if I don't have at least one Olympia title in the palm of my hands, then I just reevaluate my position in the game.
Right.
But I know in everything in my heart, in the next 5 years, I think I can pull out 2. And I'm going to bust my ass, and let's see what happens. Like, what's the worst? I'm shooting. 5 years? That's that much in the grand scheme of things. Let's go. Let's go all in this one department and see if we can take out a few.
Yeah, I mean, look, and it's funny to, not funny, but just to have watched you mature since I first met you. Obviously, you're supposed to mature, but even since we started doing the cast and you're thinking, and some people would not understand, like, oh, he's changing, he's backpedaling. No, because you're being presented with new information.
Mm-hmm.
You were young, you still have an old soul, you're still very mature for your age, but you're like, yeah, I can do this and this. You didn't know enough yet.
Yep.
You didn't know enough yet. Now you know, so now you adjust your focus. Like, okay, this is where I need to be. You know, this is doable. Because don't get me wrong, like look, when we're like I'm talking, when we're kids, 9, 10, 11, early teenagers, we're playing video games, we're saying, I'm gonna make it to this, I'm gonna do this. And there's nothing wrong with thinking that, feeling that, and everything like that. But now, once you're in your early 20s, mid 20s, my age, mid 30s, well now late 30s, Jesus Christ.
Getting old.
Leave me alone. Getting old. Happy birthday, Jackie.
Happy birthday.
Well, today, as of recording, is her birthday. So,
what hat you got? Is that dark? No,
no. This is, I was actually with my guy Kobe today. Iron Fiend Apparel. He actually gave me an extra hat because I was saying I left my hat home.
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna be working out with him today, but yeah, I'm gonna give you this one. These things are dope.
Yeah, they look dope. And you rocking the Yams Worldwide flannel?
Yes, from a
man. Shout out to Raymond.
Hey, man, hey, look, I came straight from the gym. That's why when I
Time to
hit you
clock
today,
in.
get it real quick. Them prep that first day of prep workout. You
Yeah.
know, so yeah,
We can talk about that next episode if I
yeah.
remember. I'll probably write it down somewhere. Just how do you ease into prep? Do you ease into it? Do you just dive straight into a deficit and see what happens? But yeah, we could definitely talk about that because I don't think we talked about the differences of our both of our preps.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, happy birthday, Jackie. Happy birthday, Jackie. um, yeah, that's life, man. Good episode. Do you have anything else to say?
Now again, just thank you everybody. Since we can say it, if you're in Dallas or around Dallas, man, June 18th, come on out to Europa. We need, we all will be there out tenfold supporting our brother K as he, he's going. I mean, that stage is no joke right there, boy. There's some heavy hitters that bless that stage. There's heavy hitters that come to watch that stage. So we just want to make sure that we're doing all of our support behind Kyrie and as he, makes this challenge and accepts this challenge and does the thing, man. I can't wait, and I get to see Pop. I haven't seen Pop in now it's almost years because it was end of 20 freaking 20. So I can't
Yeah.
wait. Yeah, so I can't wait to see Pop. So yeah, man, that's really all I gotta say. Oh, like, comment, subscribe. We didn't even say that in the beginning. We just jumped in.
Y'all know
You
what
know,
to do.
comment, subscribe. Yeah, that's it. That's it from
Heck
me.
yeah. Well, until next time, guys, I'm going to be a little bit leaner next time. Y'all take it easy. Peace.